Hey there, Team Social Link. Hey there, YouTube. Team Social Link here. I think I'm always going to mess up on that. I'm not going to lie. Giving you a deck profile of my Lord and Saviors, the Gear Chronicles. Of course, it's going to be a clan card. And yeah. So yeah, let's get started. Starter, Chronodran. Pretty much his ability is if he is bound by a card effect, pretty much you put him back into the soul and you Spirit Call Chronojet from the deck onto the rear guard, and then you put that Chronojet into your hand. Pretty staple in the decks now, unless if you're not playing having a way to time leap and stuff like that, then no point in using them. But I like them because I use time leap and other engines. So yeah. So get on to the grade 3s. We run 4 Chronojets. Technically, we run a total of 8 Chronojets, but I'll get to that in a minute. He is the first of the G units with Glory as the G Break 2. Pretty much gets plus 5,000, and your opponent can't guard with grade 1s or higher. And then when you stride over him, counterblast 1, and pretty much rewind one of your opponent's rear guards to the bottom of their deck.
Spin?
Rewind, spin, it's the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, and then we have 4 Bellows. Steam Fighter Bellows. Pretty much his ability is G Break 1 when this guy is on rear guard. If his attack hits Vanguard, rewind one of your opponent's front row rear guards. I think it has to just be, it could be any, yeah, it could be any of the front row, it doesn't matter what grade. And then his other ability is when something strides over him, he gives the stride unit ability where once per turn, during the act, you can counterblast 1, search your deck for a Chronojet, put it into your soul, and then make it as your heart, and then take this guy and put it on the bottom of your deck. Pretty good. That's why it's like 8 Chronojets. So that's the grade 3s. Grade 2s. I am running one of my Steam Maiden. She's a Silent Tom with resist. Pretty much when something's rewind, counterblast 1, she's a Silent Tom. And then I play 2 of the Steam Knight. Pretty much when he's placed on rear guard, pretty much rewind one of your opponent's rear guards, and your opponent may call a grade less than that unit. If it's grade 0, if you rewind one of your opponent's grade 0s, they can't call anything. So I play 2 of that. And you can do it even, it's not even a G break, it's whenever it's placed. And then we play 2 Clock Fencers. Pretty much, Clock Fencer is when it's placed from hand. Time leap one of your units, and you get to call that unit. So it's pretty good in this deck. And then we play 3 Upstreams. Pretty much when this unit attacks Vanguard, gives it plus 4,000. And then the end of that battle, call a grade 1. So it's like a reverse time leap. So pretty much you call a grade 1 as rest, and this card goes back to the deck. So it's pretty good. And then the most broke card in this, due to everything, is History Maker. History Maker is when this unit attacks Vanguard, counterblast 1, time leap a unit, and yeah, that's it. And then, of course, if you don't know what time leap is, pretty much when you time leap a unit, you call it 1 grade higher than that unit that is time leap, and then at the turn, return that unit to the bottom of the deck and recall the unit that you bound with time leap. So that's the grade 2s. Grade 1s is a little janky, but that's usually how I am with this. 1 Steam Maiden, GG, pretty much when you place on rear guard, Soul Blast 2, draw a card. Then you play 2 of the other Steam Maiden. She's the same as the grade 2. Let me find them. She's the same as this guy, but she's a G break sadly, so she's kind of not usable. I'm planning on taking her out once I get once that grade 1 comes out. That is when it's placed, your opponent can return a card from his graveyard, and you can return something and unflip something. So that's what I'm waiting for. I really can't wait for that. Then of course the unflip for Chronojet. If something's rewound and you have a Chronojet Vanguard, unflip a damage. And then 2 Mellum. Mellum is pretty much the same as Upstream. Pretty much you attack, gets plus 4,000, and then you Superior Call it grade 0, and put it as rest. You use her for mainly for 2 units that I'll go into in a minute. Now, I'm playing this a little bit different because the new set came out. Currently, I am playing two G enablers. Well, G helpers, whatever ones you want to call them. Stride enablers. Pretty much same thing. You call it. Reveal a grade 3 in hand. Search your deck for a Chrono Jet. Add it to hand. Discard a card. And it's also considered as a grade 3 when you drop it for Stride. I am also playing one Air Elemental. Pretty much I'm playing one of this. I took out one of my Stride enablers. I'm just testing it out right now to see how it is. Because people will play the Great Stuck game against you. You could just go into this, rest it, draw a card, and then you have G-Break. You could do everything. You could get a Chrono Jet on field by doing this. You could use History Maker. You can use Upstream. You can use your Steam Maiden. You can use Bella. If you could use everything. You can even use her. You can use this girl. You can use everyone due to having this if they want to play the Great Stuck game on you. So it does help. It doesn't make the deck slow, I don't believe. I haven't tried it out yet. But hopefully it works. Hopefully it does, and I think it will. Then, of course, the 4 unflip PGs, Arlems. So, yeah. Now, on the triggers, 4 heals, 3 of the Put in the Soul Margot clone, and then 3 of the other one when it's time leap, pretty much bound. Draw 2 cards, put this on the top of your bottom of your deck, draw 2 cards, take a card from your hand, put it in your deck, shuffle your deck. So he is pretty good in the deck. I actually like him now. Then of course 2 of those crits, and then 4 of Heart Thump Worker. Pretty much when you have a Vanguard with Chrono Jet in its name, when it's attacking, put this card into Soul, give it plus 5,000, and you draw a card. Pretty simple, really good, and everything. Like I said, with that grade 1, you use it to call him, or you call this, and you get your pluses. You just got to be careful with what you do because you can deck out real fast. Now, on to the Stride Zone. Stride Zone wise, it's a little bit weird, but I like it. I play 1 Metallica. Pretty much is when this unit attacks, if you have a Chrono Jet as your heart, pretty much you flip up a copy, you time leap a unit, and yeah, that's pretty much all that it is. It's just time leap something, but really good. It's a X-Tiger clone. Then of course the one Kronos command that you use for his target to flip face up. Then with running the one Kronos command, you have to run Revelation. Revelation is really good in this deck because if your opponent wants to play that, wants to get that full field, instead of using Upheaval where they get the field back, you could just go like this, go like, oh, have this, save 2 units, counterblast, your opponent loses the entire field. So yeah. And then, of course, the main key card of the deck that I still like is the 4 next stages. He is the heart and soul of this deck. Pretty much when this unit attacks, counterblast 1, flip up a copy of him. If you have a Chrono Jet as your heart, discard 3, return this to the G zone, and then restand your Chrono Jet. Pretty much, it's a restander for your heart, but it's really good because it makes your Chrono Jet be able to get its G break too, where it's an instant glory. So, but yeah, this is the deck. It will be getting updated sooner or later. I usually update it whenever. But yeah, hope you guys liked that video. Please let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Team Social Link out.